Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
Welcome back. It's easy to take amenities such as dental work for granted, but in many parts of the world, they don't get that opportunity. One local dentist has been traveling abroad with the organization Kindness in Action for the past 5 years to educate many who've never even seen a dentist before. This year, Dr. Neki Jamal, along with 2 other local dentists, went to a mountainside in Guatemala and said he was shocked by the rapid exposure to refined sugars.
And soft drinks are cheaper than water. It's no doubt what's going to happen to people's health, people's well-being, and then their teeth.
They were there for just over a week and saw more than 500 patients.
And we pulled a lot of teeth, unfortunately, just because of the amount of decay. But we also did a lot of fillings. Everyone left with a toothbrush, and we went over oral hygiene with everyone as well.
He says many villages don't have access to clean drinking water and that they are working on a way to help.
If we can drill water wells, like in other villages around that area, and actually provide water, maybe we can go a little bit further and help these people's health out. We're going to make it happen, and I'm determined we're going to make this happen.
Jamal adds they are teaming up with an NGO in Edmonton, and they are working on a plan going forward. According to the MS Society of Canada, more than 100,000 Canadians are living with the disease, more per capita than anywhere else in the world. However, researchers are hard at work across the country trying to figure out a cause and a cure. One prominent researcher made a stop in the border city over the weekend to speak about the progress being made. Jeremy Thompson reports.
So why study neuroimmunology in the context of MS?
Dr. Wei Yong addresses a captive audience. Most people at the symposium have experience with MS, whether through a friend, family member, or fighting the disease themselves.
I was diagnosed about 5 years ago.
Well, my son was diagnosed with MS 17 years ago at the age of 27.
More than 3,500 Saskatchewan residents and 14,000 Albertans live with MS and use a variety of treatments.
And some of them are given on a daily basis as injections, some 3 times a week, some once a week.
Dr. Yong has been researching MS for nearly 25 years. He's one of the leading minds behind new treatments.
At the very least, I hope that we will be able to hold their disease at bay. So at the very least, we are hoping that we can prevent further deterioration.
The symposium falls at an important time for the local MS Society. We're just over a month away from the annual MS Walk, which traditionally has been the most lucrative fundraiser for the group. Just last year, they raised a record $200,000. However, this year, local director Johanna Green says oil and gas donors may not be able to contribute as much as they have in previous years.
There are, oil companies that have been affected and that we know can't be involved in the same ways that they used to be.
Green says they only have about half the number of participants signed up for the walk that they're hoping for.
We know that there are economic realities that we're all facing, particularly in our community, but too many people are directly affected by MS in this community, and their needs are even greater when times are tough.
Overall, the message of the day is positivity.
It's great to hear that there's such a great deal more out there than I knew.
I think there's definitely a cure of some sort, some relief for all these patients.
Stay hopeful, and because I think that hope is justified.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Rising rent prices, it's a concept that's common in the border city, and it's all started a long time ago. In this week's retrospect, Annika Notveit brings us a story when rent increases were expected due to upgrader construction in the 1990s.
Rumors of skyrocketing rent have been sweeping through the border city. Many tenants in Lloydminster are saying upgrader construction will bring huge rent increases. But Bill Baker, chairman of the Housing Task Force for the project, says he doesn't think it'll happen.
I don't think that's going to happen for a second. I think rents may move up slightly, and they should move up slightly. This has been a depressed area for some time. People should expect to pay a little more in rent. But I don't anticipate any problems with gouging.
Gunnar Gaska, the manager of Cedar Manors, says he really hopes it doesn't happen, but it could.
We will follow the market, and if everybody else raises their rent, we'll just have to follow the market. And if they stay within a 5% boundary, that's only logical, and then everybody will be happy.
So what if everyone isn't happy? If one landlord gets greedy, the rest may follow.
Well, if the worker can no longer afford to live on his subsidy, he's going to be coming back to us, and we're going to have to react. And the harsh reality is a camp, and we hope that doesn't come about, but that is the option that is available to the board if we had to go that way.
Chamber of Commerce President Dixie Goodfellow says it's not only the upgrader workers she's concerned about.
People living in town today can't afford to pay a whole lot more higher than they are right now, the way things are. So for the person living in town, you have to consider them too, aside from the people coming from out of town to work on the upgrader project.
The upgrader people say they don't think it'll happen. The manager of Cedar Manors says he hopes it won't happen. But no one will really know if rents will skyrocket in Lloydminster until over 2,000 workers show up looking for someplace to live. Krista Polishi, Broadcast Center News.
According to the rent board here in Lloydminster, the average price for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,103. Here at Cedar Manor, it's pretty much at that, at $975 a month for a one-bedroom, and rent continues to be a hot topic here in the border city. But that's all the time we have for Retrospect this week. I'm Annika Notveit.